Bada bing, bada boom. Social Inform Media.
This story comes to us from LATimes.com. From the Los Angeles Times, when you do something and it could be a crime and you go, I got away with that one. I think I'm good. You better make sure, because as 2 Torrance police officers found out 5 years later, they will face manslaughter charges in a 2018 shooting after Los Angeles County District Attorney George Gascon decided to reopen a case his predecessor declined to prosecute, according to an unsealed indictment on Monday. George Gascon's predecessor declined to prosecute any cops. He is just like, nah, he's a cop? No. But I'm kind of surprised that even Gascon's going to bring charges now. But a grand jury indicted Matthew Concannon and Anthony Chavez on 1 count each of voluntary manslaughter in the shooting death of Christopher DeAndre Mitchell, remember that one? Who was sitting in a suspected stolen car with an air rifle between his knees when the officers opened fire. The indictment was returned March 24th. Each officer faces a maximum of 11 years in prison if convicted. They'll do 3, because they're not going to get 11 years. The officers pleaded not guilty during a brief arraignment in downtown Los Angeles. The courtroom was lined with many of Mitchell's loved ones, including his mother and several organizers with Black Lives Matter, which has vociferously protested the shooting for years. I think I said that right. It's early and I ain't had my coffee. Former District Attorney Jackie Lacey, that's who it was, decided not to prosecute these cops. But the case was one of 4 Gascon hired a special prosecutor to reopen when he was elected in 2020. Jackie Lacey was she even a prosecutor? I mean, I know she was, her position was, prosecutor or district attorney. But did she even prosecute anybody? Mitchell's mother, Sherilyn Haynes, said in a Monday news conference, "It's been a long time coming. It's been a rough journey. My heart, my soul is deeply hurting. So bad I miss my son so much. My son's life was stolen by Matthew Concannon and Anthony Chavez. He didn't get a chance to live his best life." Now what it was these 2 cops were responding to reports of a man driving a stolen vehicle. They came upon Mitchell in a Ralph's parking lot in Torrance. And that's according to an earlier district attorney office memo where they were cleared of wrongdoing. They parked behind Mitchell, exited their vehicle, and yelled, "Police!" Mitchell initially placed his hands on the steering wheel, according to the memo. The officers reportedly ordered Mitchell to get out of the car. He did not comply, according to the report. When they approached him, they noticed his hands moved toward his lap, where Concannon saw what he believed to be a firearm. Both officers then shot Mitchell at close range, killing him. The officers described the weapon later to be a break barrel air rifle as pinched between his legs, though neither alleged he grabbed it or did he point it at them before they shot him. Neither one of them said he did that. He just put his hands down and they shot him. I don't know, but it goes down from there. This is a lengthy story. They really go down in this story. If you got time and you like to read it, it'll be in the description box. Now, there is something here I'm going to point out before I close this. But they are being charged with manslaughter. So either Gascon is being politically motivated on this, or he really thinks maybe they're guilty. But messages sent by unidentified officers used the N-word to describe Mitchell's loved ones and celebrated other officers' decision to use force against protesters who supported Mitchell's family during a demonstration in front of the Torrance City Council. Several of the officers who used racist language in the messages were also later accused of using excessive force against protesters in civil lawsuits. So, Torrance PD, you got some work to do. You got some house cleaning to do. Think you better get started. Start with those two cops.